it's DarkMatch, and it's time for our review of 2015's No Way Out. I mean, Elimination... they really got to stop changing the names on these things for us.
It's Over the Limit, goddammit. Think NASCAR.
Over the Limit, that's right. The review for Over the Limit.
Right, with the speedometers and the engine revving, it's over the limit.
Wait, I thought this was Full Throttle.
No, I thought it was Armageddon.
Isn't this the Great American Bash?
Fellas, are we Poison or Whitesnake?
Just killed the joke.
Says here was Quiet Riot.
In honor of the 40th anniversary of SNL, I think Magpie just had that joke jump the land shark.
I had to.
Okay, it's DarkMatch. This is our review of WWE FastLane, replacing the better pay-per-views of years past. With me, I'm Teefus, and with me are my cohorts.
I'm Magpie, and while the WWE was on the road to FastLane, I was stuck in the traffic at the Mexican border.
I'm ChristopherSays, Mastodon on the Monotone, and I got it like that.
And as always,
this is the worst introduction ever. I'm sorry.
Hey,
go ahead.
I don't even know what that was.
This is like a reunion tour.
As always, I am your Foxy friend Backlash, and it's time for What is Iron Sheik tweeting now? And there's the danger zone. Vinny Patrick White underwear. I have the skid mark longer than the J-Lo dress. Hashtag Oscar 2015.
You know, I love how Iron Sheik had time to watch the Oscars when he had a match tonight with John Cena. I mean, Hulk Hogan.
Well, he had to squeeze it in between yelling about A-Rod coming back to the Major League Baseball and threatening to break everyone's neck in Toronto.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all there on Twitter. Go see it for yourself.
I'd just like to clarify that my introduction was the worst ever because it came from WCW 2000, so it was my intention all along.
God, you fucking smart.
No, it's because
Foreshadowing.
No Leaf's got us watching a bunch of those pay-per-views, so it's going to rub off on us.
Damn it.
Not saying why, but you'll find out.
This is why I got a day job. All right, so... good God. All right, kicking it off... Shut up, Backlash.
This is... I know this is going to be one of those smooth transitions where we come back from retirement, like, just right off the bat.
We came back from retirement last month with the Royal Rumble.
That reminds me. I got the perfect song for the closing of this. I'll give that to you later.
Okay,
Backlash.
all right. I look forward to it.
I got the perfect song. I got a request for the opener too, but I'll get that with you later too.
Okay.
Completely unrelated. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay! Happy birthday! You get to review this paper.
Happy birthday, Mr. Teefus.
All right. So coming at us last Sunday live from Memphis, Tennessee, where King constantly reminded us that he used to live there and he saw Johnny Cash there once and Elvis.
And if you look in the first three rows, you can see his bastard children.
If you look in the last 11 rows, you can see all the wives still trying to collect alimony.
Well, we should start with the pre-show. We don't have to talk at length about the pre-show, but breaking from form a little bit, there was no match on the pre-show.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Which I think was actually kind of a good idea to have that kind of supplementary material instead of like putting, say, like a tag title match or an intercontinental title match, which they've been doing for like the last several months.
Yeah, it seems like that'd be it would be a good idea to do that on a lot of shows instead of doing a cold opening to Raw with a 20-minute promo.
Let's just sum up. Let's just sum up the panel like this: Renee Young's cute. Corey Graves still has a job, and Brian Saxon isn't black.
Yes, he is.
All right.
And Booker
His last
T,
name is Saxon.
And Booker T's dreadlock.
Dude, there's people named Smith that are black.
Yeah, Smith has more of a brother tone to it than Saxon. That's like
It
WWE
does
giving him
not.
a name. He's safe.
Okay, Barry White.
Anyways, instead of a match, we get Ms. TV.
You're really not going to let us have the racial conversation.
No, I'm not.
Right?
We're just avoiding the racism very quickly.
It's topical. It's not racist. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with black people. I'm just saying they have names. Just like white people do.
Let me get you a shovel. You can dig faster.
There's nothing wrong with those people. I just don't want them down the street from me.
I didn't say that. They're welcome down the street from me. They're welcome up the street from me. They're welcome all over the street. We're going to have to start over.
Fuck that.
That's
How do you
never
recover
happened.
from this?
Well, we're
Do
already,
that shovel.
what, 7 minutes into our show and we just got into racism?
Yep.
You guys are accusing me of it. I didn't do anything.
Hey, let's let WWD handle our racism.
All I said was Byron Saxton had a name. E-I-N-G-O.
Slave name.
The fuck, man?
So the Miz comes in with
Yeah.
Damian Mizdow,
Who
who's
gives a shit?
no longer a stunt double, now his personal assistant,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
been-
still as over as fuck.
He's been demoted, and
Oh, they're
takes-
building him up, though. They're building up a good catapult for him, though. They're playing into it.
I hope
You
so.
think they're gonna use the second annual?
Dude, they had so many chants break out, and they had Miz stop the interview so many times to yell at Mizdow for it. It was great.
Do you think-
They're building up to it. That's
think
going to
they're
be a WrestleMania match.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking because Miz is in the second. Well, spoilers. He's in the second annual Andre the Giant Battle Royale, the thing that was supposed to get Sarah over. I'm thinking like he's gonna be one of the last dudes in, and then Mizdow eliminates him, and then that's gonna be the great moment of comeuppance.
I don't think they're going to have a battle royal. I think they're just going to have a match.
No, they
who
announced
knows?
Did they?
Yeah, Curtis
Oh, yeah.
Axel's in it.
Ah.
Oh, good.
If
Maybe
there's one guy that doesn't deserve a WrestleMania payday.
No, if there's one guy who deserves more than ever a WrestleMania payday after what happened at the Rumble, it's Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel got screwed.
Hey.
Hey, you get to be in the Rumble. No, you don't. You get
Curtis
looks
Axel
like
screwed
he got.
Curtis Axel, okay?
Hey, he gave
Axel
himself.
screwed Axel, made a set of wheels.
Hey, he
Hey,
gave
if he wanted
himself
to get over,
the
he
axe.
should have emoted. We can't all talk over each other. This doesn't work.
Yes, we
Okay.
can. It's competitive.
Ah,
Competitive reviewing.
But yes,
Yeah.
the Miz's
We're
interview.
not going to get through this show with Magpie and I
okay.
here.
Anyways,
I
Miz
got
TV, and he's interviewing Paul Heyman to remind us that Brock Lesnar is not here tonight because why would he? WWE really wants to hang on to him, but they don't want to pay him enough to show up.
Not to mention, no matter whether Reigns or Bryan wins, Brock Lesnar is unconcerned. Heyman even gets some heat off of Mizdow for a second, which was a fine.
Yeah, that was good. I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with Paul Heyman coming out to cut a promo. That was awesome. I'm
Yep.
just
I'm-
I know a lot of
I'll
people
say-
I know a lot of people are behind this Brock Lesnar angle. I can't get behind it because of the
I'm
backstage
behind
politicking going on here. They're so desperate to hang on to him. They've given him everything on a silver platter, and he can't be bothered to show up. Fuck Brock Lesnar. I don't give a shit about Brock Lesnar.
I'll say two things about
He
it.
can go
I'll
rot
say
in
two
the
things.
corner of wrestling hell.
I'll say three things about it. Number one, I agree with you. He can rot in wrestling hell because of the way he left the company back in 2004. Number two, Paul Heyman, as always, is fantastic. He takes lemons and turns them into lemonade, including a Mizdow chant that broke out in the middle of him doing one of his spiels. He waited for the crowd to die down, and he turned and said, "That's okay. In case you missed what I said, I'll start over." And he did. He started over, and it was great. And number three, I hear what you're saying about the politicking and not paying Brock Lesnar enough to show up, but if there's one world champion that it works to not have them around as a means, like that they can actually get him more heat by not having him show up and just send a representative and have him act like it's beneath him to show up unless he has a match, it's Brock Lesnar.
But I feel like
Sorry.
the guy
Fits.
doesn't get heat, though. I feel like the guy doesn't get heat because people do see him as a legitimate threat, and they just appreciate him for that.
Well,
Sorry, guys. I had to
they-
get back
they-
from taking a wicked Miz. Ugh.
It's
Going back to
it's-
Lesnar, I don't mind the point of him not being there. I would just make it a point where, okay, that guy's my champion. He doesn't have to show up for every pay-per-view or Raw, but I would pay him enough money. If I'm paying Lesnar, right, I'm paying him enough money to show up at pay-per-views to at least beat the crap out of somebody. Besides Cena. But
I gotta say this though, because you kind of just hit on it too. He doesn't have to show up for every Raw or pay-per-view. How many days has it been since he's defended the title?
It was at the Rumble.
yeah,
Okay,
and
but
don't get me wrong, I agree.
And
he
before
should
that,
be defending.
he had not defended his title.
Like,
Not
don't get me
defending.
wrong. Like, I agree. He shows
Yeah,
up.
like how long
like,
do
if
we
I'm
go
booking him-
between when? How long do we generally go between when he defends his title?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
between
Kyle. And I completely agree because, like, if I'm booking him, I want him on like every other pay-per-view defending that thing and beating the living crap out of somebody. Like,
I want
imagine
him
a
on every
Ziggler.
pay-per-view.
Well, really,
He needs to get every pay-per-view.
that's been the
But
prevalent
that's
joke.
the thing. That's the thing. Smart booking here says Daniel Bryan files a lawsuit over them cherry picking when to enforce their 30-day rule.
Yeah,
Actually, no.
that has been the prevalent joke that
Well-
Daniel Bryan had to forfeit the title because he couldn't defend it. So
Yes.
he gave it to Brock Lesnar, who is just choosing not to defend it.
But Triple H, on a random Raw, Triple H basically pulled a loophole in it, and he said, like, yeah, I know you never got your rematch for the title, but what you did was you went the hard way. You went to the Royal Rumble for your title shot, and now you have nothing. So,
That's true. But he could still make them like try to force their hand to make Brock Lesnar vacate the title.
they don't want that. Brock Lesnar
No.
having the title plays into their hands.
This is one of those times where they kind of wrote themselves into a corner and they're just choosing not to acknowledge it.
I just would have liked to see some
Yeah.
title defenses, like say Ziggler has to try to overcome the Lesnar beast. Not going to, but imagine just like the psychology of that match.
Never
or let's
that.
say
The less Ziggler gets fed through the meat grinder anymore, the better, I think.
well, it's
I
not
mean,
so much a meat grinder thing, so much as it's like have him have like the moment he had with Luke Harper, but given on a pay-per-view. Like Ziggler against especially Brock Lesnar, dude, he's gonna get the crowd on his side, dude. That's gonna be an investment match.
I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. in
Yeah,
terms of
but if you
title
do that
defenses.
too much, he's just another Zack Ryder, but with longevity.
Yeah.
well, I mean, here's the thing.
Here's a guy who could win titles and people buy into it. Okay,
Why-
he loses the build-up match, but he still wins the title match. You know, things like that. Ziggler could do that. They're wasting an opportunity with him. But I'm getting off track. Let's get on with the show. The opening-
I have more to say, but I'll save it for later because it will be relevant later.
Yeah,
okay.
So, yeah, this doesn't really have much more to it. So let's just get into the show proper. We've already been going for about 12 minutes, and
And we haven't even started the show yet.
yeah, we haven't even started the show. We start with our first match, which
We
is
really need to just do some four corners in episodes.
yeah. We get to
That's
our
Teefus
first
plugging his show.
match,
that hasn't
which
been on the air for a year.
which is a 6-man tag team match. Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Ryback versus Seth Rollins, Kane, and Big Show. This match was dog shit.
It was
disagree.
useless.
This match
It's-
had good work rate. The finish was bullshit. That
It
finish-
served no purpose. No, this match was completely pointless except for one thing.
Oh,
And that was to
absolutely.
get 5 specific individuals out there to have one person do something.
I
Yeah.
found the
No. You threw 3 perfectly good wrestlers and Ryback under the bus to protect 2 guys who are pretty much the rumor is they're retiring after WrestleMania.
Well,
No.
it's not even that because again, it all leads to one person doing something. That's it. That's all this was. It was
Did
built
anyone
up
else
for
think-
one person.
Did I think of this match as just like Ziggler versus Rollins again, but this time the stipulation is they have like 2 other people with them?
It was filler.
I was still entertained by the work, but the match itself, it felt like either a SmackDown main event or an ill-advised Raw main event.
No,
it
you know-
felt
you know-
way
you
more
know
like a
what?
SmackDown main event.
Also,
You know-
going back to Brock Lesnar, if I'm Seth Rollins, I'm pissed because the announcers keep putting over the Money in the Bank briefcase, which he is unable to use because Lesnar never shows up. So all the tension that surrounds Money in the Bank gone.
He
Real
could-
quick,
He could take
Oh,
it out
that-
to Brock Lesnar's home with a referee and just blindside him in his driveway.
True.
real quick. Why the fuck is Rowan and Ryback with Ziggler? I honestly think that's just like a clever ploy to get those 2 some type of cheers when they're announced. That way you hear Ziggler's music and people are cheering,
It's
and then
it's
Ryback
totally-
and Rowan come out right behind them.
Magpie. It's a
and it's
callback
like,
to
oh,
Survivor Series.
I know it's a callback, but that's what I'm saying. It's like they're pairing these two assholes up with guy who actually does get chance just to make sure they get chance.
And because No Leaf isn't here, and he'll slap me if I don't, I have to ask, why is Survivor Series still a thing?
Because Survivor Series could be awesome.
Just like the Royal Rumble.
That's for a different show. That's for a different show. That debate is for a different show.
I mean, for what it's worth,
this whole situation that we have here is a matter of three guys still being kind of relevant in the fans' minds, so they got to have them somewhere, but they're not really important. So it's okay if they lose. Management doesn't care if they lose, even if it doesn't make sense or do anything for anybody. Then you got the five guys that beat them out there because, well, they got to be fodder for this other guy that's coming out.
Can we just go back to not pretending to going back to not caring about Ryback? I really like that. I was very proud of WWE fans in that era.
But no, I liked Ryback in this match. Number one, he was quite over, and number two, he had some very good counters. Like, he played off of Seth Rollins very well. There was this one spot where
Rollins it's in Nashville. Those idiots will cheer for any steroid freak. B, that's Seth Rollins doing the work, and C, you're a gimp.
How dare you? Genghis' hometown.
I really feel like Ryback kind of he only works in a good guy meathead kind of way, kind of like Flash Thompson as Venom works.
Sure. Yeah.
That's it. I don't like him as a heel, even though I like Venom as a heel. I don't like Ryback as a heel. It just doesn't work for me.
I'm just thinking, there's a whole list of other people he could walk all over and just take Ryback's spot. Like, what purpose does he serve other than being there?
I mean,
he's over with the crowds. He's easy to chant to. It's like Kurt Angle's music got a gimmick.
Yeah.
Dead Space.
Just like the match. This is what we felt about the match.
Yeah, we just don't want to talk about what happened after the match.
Okay,
I want to see this match. I want to see what it's building. I want to see the match building.
The Authority does what they usually do and get an underhanded win. Was it because of J&J or was it because of a quick distraction?
I didn't even think they won.
No, they won clean.
They won very clean. It was Ziggler had Kane in the corner, and then Big Show came along and just cranked him in the face with a knockout punch. 1, 2, 3. Kane gets the pin. Which is stupid.
I remember fuckery going on with that finish.
No fuckery.
No, there's plenty more fuckery later, but
there was this action probably
not this match.
With
the finish was so unimportant. You just saw the other two J&J run in after the bell, but you didn't really notice the bell, so you thought it was a DQ finish.
Are they waiting for WrestleMania to have J&J security get shoved up Big Show's ass, or when are they going to get their comeuppance that gets them off TV?
They're supposed to be Triple H's Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson, but they're more working for Rollins now.
No, I see their purpose, but it's I think it's ran its course. Rollins should just be on his own at this point.
Well, about to be on his own because it's going to be him versus Orton at WrestleMania. Oh, there's your shocker. I'm sorry, I gave away the surprise I've been alluding to for the last 20 minutes.
Teefus hearing voices.
Randy Orton is back.
Yep.
Yay.
And I gotta say, before Backlash gets all negative about it,
I'm not going to get negative about it.
I want to see
if Revolver Man was here, he'd get negative about it, but
I'm not going to get negative about it. I'm going to get...
You know what? No. Fuck Volvo. I'm calling him out.
Okay.
He was supposed to be here to go toe-to-toe with me over Orton, and that lazy Canadian son of a bitch didn't show up.
I'll go
Would you like me...
about Orton.
No, you don't count. You're from New York.
Would you want me to play the role? Would you want me to play the role of Revolver Man?
You're even further from Canada, Magpie. Don't even try.
I can play Revolver Man.
No. There's only one Volvo, and it is not you.
But basically, the way to be realistic about Randy Orton's return is he gets his massive pop right now. He'll get some good face heat for the next maybe 2 months. It'll die down slowly. They'll turn him heel, and it'll be lukewarm reactions from then on. Maybe a little bit of heel heat sprinkled in, and then rinse and repeat until he either gets injured, goes in a movie, or just decides.
He gets his biggest reaction when he is a chaotic, kind of slightly unhinged heel, barely hanging on to his sanity. That's when he gets his best reactions. The problem is you can't hold someone that close to the razor's edge that long. They either have to snap or come back down from the edge. So, but
So Orton's
Orton-
back.
yeah,
So what you're saying is Orton's like a snail moving along the edge of a razor.
What?
that's how I describe his mic work.
What?
Woo! Oh,
It's like way to get Stuart Little with your descriptions, Christopher.
actually, that was Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
It got me.
Okay.
What's the next match we're supposed to be talking
The
about
next
that we're
match-
avoiding?
Is Stardust versus Goldust.
But first,
But first,
there's a backstage segment with Goldust.
No one cares about the backstage segments.
yes, it does. It has Dusty Rhodes in it.
Establishes.
No one cares about Dusty Rhodes backstage segments. It's incoherent. The sensibility,
Yeah,
but I can't look away.
yeah. Sadly, they kept Dusty on script, so no crazy dialogue.
No bicycles.
Just leathery skin. I hate when fat people lose weight and they don't look right.
And that giant fucking scar on his head.
Yes.
He earned that scar.
Anyone else remember Boboli pizza crusts?
Is that the
No.
pizza with like the two kinds of cheeses in the crust?
No, it's just a pizza crust. You buy it and you put your stuff on it yourself, whatever you want to buy and put on it. It's just a crust.
Huh. Oh
But
yeah, I
if you
remember
want to know
those.
what it looks like, just look at Dust's forehead.
Oh yeah, one thing I will mention about the first match actually that I didn't get to mention was that there are two super kicks in that match. If anyone's keeping count, those won't be the last two.
Oh God, no.
And just for the record, I'm ripping on Dusty Rhodes a lot, but I love the dude. He's hilarious, and I love watching him. He's entertaining. So don't get it twisted. This is love for Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, Teefus, it's not like we're gonna get hate mail.
I mean,
Again.
sometimes
We'll just
love,
get YouTube comments.
sometimes love stabbing someone in the dick with your eye. I mean, stabbing someone in the dick.
God damn it!
You can't
Oh God!
you can't put a camel through the eye of a needle.
Backlash. I think you're gonna have to keep count for how many times we crack each other up in the show, and I think Chris and I are running away with it. But I think Chris is running away with it right now.
Well, we'll see where the night takes us. So,
Remember,
I'm just trying to
Indy,
make more
that's
shit for you to do
baby.
post production.
And now here's a list of racial slurs.
Isn't that Goldust promo?
He cares about
no,
his brother.
Yeah, this promo was pretty much Dusty Rhodes explaining to Goldust, you gotta reel him in, but you can't hurt him. If you hurt him, it's just gonna drive him away, and blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
Goldust is like, I can't make any promises, but I'm gonna go get my brother back. So it's like they both are like, we need to get Cody back into sanity. We
You
might
also
have to
said-
hurt him.
If you
I don't
can't
know.
It's like
get Cody back,
I'll
then
speak
Black Rain is gonna
directly
have to come back. And we don't
I'll
want
speak
that.
directly. Damn it, Chris.
La, 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 la.
La, la, la.
La, 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 la.
La, 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 la.
Go ahead.
Directly about this
La, la,
match.
la, 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 la.
son of a bitch!
Okay, go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. I'm drinking water. Go ahead.
I'll speak directly. You fucking asshole.
I'm not even doing anything.
Speak directly about this match. It was one of those going into it.
I knew it was coming, but I just let it happen because there's no stopping him.
Okay. At least there's a good chunk of spot in this podcast that you have to edit out, so you don't have to like be so. Yeah, exactly.
You're
I could step
just
on
making
Magpie-
more work for me.
If I could, but yeah, if I could step on Magpie's toes, this match was essentially we're saving everything for the WrestleMania match. So
Yeah,
let's not
that's all
much.
it was. The match itself wasn't bad. One thing I really liked, the crowd was actually chanting Cody, and every time they'd do that, Stardust would act like it was driving him insane.
Dude, he played that really well. Because both of these guys, we were stoked for the match. I like that match on paper. I very much want to see it, but this is one of those times where fuckery would have helped. In that, just imagine like Goldust coming out. He's going to help his brother. He's going in the match. He's conflicted. And then Stardust just comes out and beats the unmitigated shit out of him. Thus, no match. And then you can build to WrestleMania.
Instead, there was a person who won in this match, and that's not exactly what they need.
I think it actually kind of worked pretty well to do it the way they did.
I mean, it works, but I see if it played out like a different formula, it still would have worked better. But it just all comes down to just the clean finish, and I think having the match on Fastlane, because it just seemed like when they tagged it on, it was the match that was like, okay, this has to be a good work quality match along with the tag title match to make Fastlane good in case it goes to shit.
Well, it was a good match from a technical standpoint, and
absolutely,
Goldust has actually been pretty entertaining in this run in his career, which kudos to that guy.
Slapped the shit out of his brother.
And even Stardust is damn entertaining. Cody can fucking emote. I love Cody.
Oh, absolutely.
It's good stuff.
It's too bad he looks like.
But yeah, this match, I think. If there's one problem with this match, it was that promo ahead of the match where they said we're talking about you got to be careful not to hurt him, and he didn't come anywhere near hurting Cody anywhere in the match. It wasn't like a blood feud or anything like that. It wasn't special like Hell in a Cell or anything. There's nothing at stake.
He did.
It was just
out of him one point.
I mean, maybe if Dusty had specified "don't hurt his pride," that would have made the match make more sense with that promo. But other than that, it was a great match, and I think having the clean finish like they did was actually pretty good because it's kind of like Stardust is tired of living in people's shadows. He wants to prove that he is better and beyond everyone else in his family, and
because he rides the stars.
Yeah, and because Goldust beat him, he's still got something to prove, and that's what pissed him off.
Yeah, I mean, it does work in a building point of it. I guess it's just different booking ideologies. Like, if I were booking it, it would go like this. I mean, either idea works. It's just that's where it comes down to where I disagree with it. But that's just it, subjective booking. I mean, it still works.
I get what you're saying because there's going to be a match coming from it. So why have the clean finish now? But it's because they're trying to launch Cody past Goldust. So have Goldust win now and give Cody something to work for. Because he knows he can beat him, but he's just got to prove he can beat him. He goes to WrestleMania. He beats him. Maybe they have one more rubber match. And Stardust is Stardust, and he's shooting for the stars, and Goldust goes back and forth.
I'll tell you what, though. After this feud ends, Stardust has to keep that gimmick. Do you remember, like, 2 SmackDowns ago, I think, where Goldust was broken up about Cody leaving, and then as soon as, like, in the middle of being interviewed by Renee, Stardust just pops up on that little screen and does a Batman 1966-esque promo. I want Cody Rhodes to keep doing those things. That was fucking awesome.
Oh, he's great. But even if they wanted to have him drop it, there's a good way out of this gimmick with this feud right now. In that WrestleMania, he doesn't beat Goldust, and that breaks his psyche even more, and he starts to question Stardust. Maybe the key to beating Goldust is as Cody, not Stardust. I mean, there's ways to there's ways to walk away from this gimmick gracefully, and you still got it in your pocket. But
since when has WWE ever done anything gracefully?
Katie Vick was graceful.
The Bella Twin fuse was grateful.
Can we just make a version of Godwin's Law for the WWE that if you bring up Katie Vick, your argument is invalid?
Well, Katie Vick was valid.
Well, actually, my take on it is that if you bring up Katie Vick, then you win everything.
Katie Vick wins.
What is it, Exodia?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So after the match, we cut to Dusty and Goldust backstage, and they're talking. And Stardust...
Katie Vick was talking.
Stardust shows up and basically just rants at them, saying like, "Oh, I know, you're trying to get Cody back, but Cody's gone. I'm Stardust.
Cody's dead, and as far as I'm concerned, so is my father."
And he kicks the shit out of Goldust.
Just a good mule kick right to the face.
Yeah, slams the
what
shit
they do
out
is,
of him into a crate.
What they do is they have the standard WWE beating these days where you throw somebody against something that rolls, and then it was just standard. But that kick at the end was just an excellent exclamation point to that cliche.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good way to end that promo. And
so is the hiss.
Yeah, it's a nice dramatic moment.
Stardust needs to keep hissing.
Yeah.
The more hissing, the better, I say.
Nice dramatic moment that we're not allowed to dwell on because here's the Usos coming out to scream about how they're Samoan.
Isn't that what you translated it to? Like, we're Samoan.
Yeah, that's
We're
basically
Samoan.
the translate. That's what they're saying. They're just talking about how they're Samoan.
I thought they were
We're
calling
Samoan,
themselves
but
God
like
Go-
us. But yeah.
But
this
okay,
tag
so
match
up
happened.
next is the Usos versus Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, and Natty.
And
This
Sorry,
fucking match.
and if there was a match of the night, this was it.
Well, not even match of the night. This match was ugly as fuck, but in the best way possible.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. It was bowling shoe ugly, but a bowling shoe ugly that sounds good when JR says it's bowling shoe ugly.
But here's what it is. It's kind of like a Danny Elfman piece. Like, it sounds great when you listen to it, but when you listen to it with, like, the ears of just, like, say if somebody was into music theory, you're like, this is disjointed, but it works. I don't get it.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint, it was a very sloppily executed match, but it was so
Just
fun
like
to
Katie
watch.
Vick was sloppily executed.
It was so fun to watch that I didn't care.
But I mean, they did try some psychology towards the beginning. Like they were working off Jimmy Uso's leg. Like Cesaro was picking it up for like a one-legged swing. He was turning it into a half crab. Kid was doing his own submissions. There were some super kicks in this match. I think 3 of them.
Super kicks. Was there a
Well,
swing?
What I really did like how they emphasized that where both guys were tag teams, especially, I mean, Usos are brothers, so they got that innate thing about them, but they've really been, in this match especially, emphasizing how well that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro work well together. I mean, they just flowed. Despite being a team that's been together for, 3 months now?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've really, really flow. I mean, not like the Motor City Machine Guns, but they work really well together in the sense where it's like, okay, and the Usos did this too, where, okay, if one guy's in danger, they're going to save their asses, and they're very aware of, where the other guy on the team's going to be. So they really capitalized on that a lot, and I thought it was pretty cool.
And if you could definitely put a rhyme and reason on, the last 5 or so minutes of the match, it was basically each team, doing all they could to save their partner from either a pin or submission. They were pulling out all the stops just to, go on for a little bit longer. That was effective.
Yeah, and you did really buy when they was in danger, when Tyson hooked the sharpshooter. You're just, oh my god, I think it did, because you see 2 other people clear out, and you're like, oh god, this could be it, but then he super kicks him out of there. But I still believed it. I mean, it was like a Ziggler match towards the end, where it's oh shit, that fall matters.
I kind of had this thought while I was watching this match. The Usos got the face paint on. Each of them has different half of the face paint, so you can tell which one is which.
How do you
does that mean without the face paint they could pull some Bella Twin magic kind of stuff?
You can tell them apart. Jimmy's
they've done that, but they've done the face version of that where the referee gets them confused.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Who's the legal man? No, you didn't tag. What the hell?
I don't get it. You can tell them. Go right ahead.
Do you think being Samoan eventually, as they age, you'll be able to tell them apart without the face paint, kind of like you can tell the Bellas apart now?
You can tell them apart. I mean, Jimmy's the guy with a sleeve
Magpie,
tattoo
you're
with the
killing
super
the joke.
kicks.
Jimmy's the
I
one
was
with
trying to set up
the
my
joke,
own bit, you dick.
Damn it!
And you stepped all over mine.
Damn it, you guys! This is what it is. Jimmy's the one with breast implants. Jay's the one with flat all over him.
It's like instead of you're the Marty, I'm the Shawn Michaels or whatever, they're gonna be like, I'm the Nikki, you're the Brie.
No, I'm the Nikki, you're the Brie.
There'll be a WrestleMania match centered around that argument, that back and forth. Backlash, your thoughts?
I have no thoughts anymore because that was so stupid. You've emptied my mind.
So what you're saying is, you're the Nikki, I'm the Brie?
Sure! Why not?
Oh.
Anywho, after all that glory, Kidd... yeah, Tyson Kidd wins with the moss-covered 3-handled family credenza.
Yeah, new tag team champions, and I'm sure the Usos will win the titles back at WrestleMania.
With an armbar.
That's the point. I brought this point up when we were watching this pay-per-view. They're trying to turn the Usos into the next big tag team because they've been around longer than 6 months and they haven't broken up. That's why.
Well, how many times in the last month has JBL said they're the best tag team in a long time?
Yeah. And they're trying to turn them into, like, I guess a new version of the Hardys.
I would say a new version of Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
No,
they got London and Kendrick's ring gear, but I wouldn't call them Matt and Jeff Hardy. I'd say they're closer to Edge and Christian as far as ring style goes.
Maybe, but the thing about both of those tag teams is that they came around at a time where you could get noticed for doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
And the Usos don't really do crazy shit. They're very good in the ring. I'll give them that.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It's like they're kind of like Edge and Christian. They don't do anything really all that crazy except they deliver.
Well, except there's also the fact that they don't have anyone else to do crazy shit with. Q Cesaro kid.
Yeah, and they're trying to get them over only on the sole point that they win a lot of tag team titles. That's about it.
Competition.
So what you're trying to say though is measuring someone's success cannot be done by measuring their success.
To be fair to the Usos, how long have they been? If they, to Backlash's point, for the Usos, for all the shit those guys have been getting for years, where no one was using them, and I mean to the point where no one was using them. Even if it doesn't work out, they're not the best big thing. They fucking deserve this spot. That's why I'm so happy every time the Usos do something.
How long were they around without actually winning a title?
Or winning matches, for God's sake.
Like about 2-3 years, basically.
Yeah, and then. But you know, as good as they are, they'll never be like the all-time greatest tag team ever, the Ascension.
You shut your whore mouth.
They're better than the Road Warriors.
They're better than them.
It's true because they said so.
Well, if they say so, then I guess it's true. I can't fight it.
God damn it.
Well, I
We're
mean,
sabotaging our own show.
Yeah.
They'd sing a goddamn chance, then fuck.
And we've lost all of our audience, so let's continue.
Oh, one of them.
Katie Vick's still walking.
Okay. Next we have... Next we have the fucking Triple H Sting bullshit.
Point the band.
Hold up, Chris, give me a second. Backlash. You and me, we gotta talk for just a moment.
Yeah.
After going to Bound for Glory, did you ever give a shit about Sting ever going to the WWE from that point on?
Nope. After I saw that match live,
stunk.
I have not been able to watch anything with Sting in it and take it seriously.
Dude.
Well, you know it's the real Sting because he wasn't wearing all black and white and he was holding a bat. And his hair.
I'll talk about that bat later.
But it's just if Sting was supposed to go,
was anyone confused that Sting on Raw, whenever that was not really Sting? Did anyone confuse him for the real Sting?
Oh, you mean when he attacked Triple H with mannequins?
Yeah.
He didn't really attack him so much. You just go right behind him and go boo.
Was anyone at all worked by that gimmick?
Nope.
But it's like, again, childhood hero. I should have cared about my childhood hero seeing him live with Backlash, but I didn't give a shit at all. Backlash, what did I talk about the entire time going into Bound for Glory?
You were talking about how it's almost sad what you were about to see because you knew it was going to be terrible.
Oh, no, I was talking about I wanted to see Kurt Angle kick ass, but the good point, though, it's like, I don't want to see my childhood hero just in this condition, and I don't... Like, I should have been really, like, trying to bicycle my way to WrestleMania right now because Sting's on WWE, and in WrestleMania for that matter. But no, I don't care that my childhood hero is finally there.
That ship sailed in 2010, man. It really did.
Agreed. Okay. Go ahead.
He did too many Scorpion Death Drops and landed his head on a chair.
Oh.
You know, Backlash, if we would have been in that show, that would have got a louder pop than anything that the Magnus and Sting match got that night.
If I'd have seen that, I don't think I would have been. And that was the main event of that show. Shit, at least we had Bully Ray versus AJ Styles that night, and that was awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
All I gotta say about this Sting and Triple H segment is I couldn't help but start thinking of Thunder in Paradise, and after I started thinking about it, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
You know what I couldn't stop thinking about? I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that Triple H is bringing up the fact that he killed WCW. Like, he is the superstar who is responsible for WCW. Never mind the fact...
He was out with a quad tear during that entire angle.
I'm pretty sure The Rock and Steve Austin would like to have a word with you.
And the guy who was in charge of the spending budget of WCW, he worked a lot harder killing that company than Triple H did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that during the entire invasion angle, he was out on injury.
And the fact that for years and years and years, everyone knows it was WWE's secret agent writing team that they sent over to WCW that really killed it.
Let's be fair, though. If this was like around the invasion time, let's say if a Sting versus Triple H match happened, and they got Sting and everyone cared about in WCW, we probably would have enjoyed that.
Dude, anytime up through 2004, it would have been good. After 2004, it didn't make sense anymore because it's just like, yeah, whatever now.
Well,
and
actually,
2010 happened because you knew it was kind of the end of, like, the tail end of either him or The Undertaker really being able to do anything anymore. Like, if you're going to have that match, that was like the last chance you're going to be able to have them anywhere near their primes.
Right.
Doing a match. And they missed that. And Triple H, not Triple H, Undertaker was lucky to line himself up with the guys that he did line himself up with since 2010 to have decent matches at WrestleMania.
And wait a fucking minute. To get people excited for Sting being the WWE, like, and I'm going to forget all my feelings right now, contemporary Magpie. Let's go back to Magpie when he was 6 years old. If I want to see Sting in the WWE, I want to hear his rad Sting music where he's the fucking adventure, just brown, now, 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 now. I want to hear that in WWE when he's going after Triple H. I would have gotten a big fucking pop. But no, but that shitty in-house music that they produced, that's not going to get anyone excited for Sting.
Yeah, just knowing what we're dealing with right now, it's giving me such heartburn. I got to go get an antacid, so I'm popping these right now.
All right, I'll just summarize this. Triple H gives Sting an opportunity to join the Authority, except he never gives him the opportunity to accept, because right after laying that deal, he says, the other option is I beat you up, and then he just proceeds to beat him up anyways.
Well, he did say he knows the look on his face, so he knows what his answer is.
Yeah. And then he gets the most
deadly weapon. He didn't even really offer to let him join the Authority. He offered him merchandising contracts and a spot in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. And he goes out the ring.
Which he's already getting anyway.
Gets his sledgehammer, a weapon so powerful he has never once used it the way it's meant to be used.
He's always got to cup it with that fist to shield the power, man.
Hey, that's what gives it its killing edge. The fist gives it its killing edge.
But
his fist is the snail on the razor's edge.
We found a weapon that is stronger than the sledgehammer.
Is that how you do it,
because
Chris?
Sting pulls out his bat, doesn't even use it on Triple H, just holds it to his chin like it's a fucking shotgun. And Triple H is like, whoa, be cool. Throws the sledgehammer away, puts his hands up.
I'll give Sting credit. That was kind of cool. It's just point at the throat, points WrestleMania sign, points at throat, points at WrestleMania sign.
Like it was a cool moment, but I'm like, it's a fucking bat. He's holding it to your neck.
Well, backlash. Well, hold on. I see what you're trying to say, but I disagree with you wholeheartedly because Triple H would have had to swing back and then swing forward to get that hammer to do a lot the way he was holding it. All Sting had to do with that bat to Triple H's throat is just fist pump, and Triple H would have been hurt. Yeah. It's just a bat, but it's still a bat. I mean, no, it's not a shotgun. But have you ever been hit by a bat?
I have
it
actually.
Really hurts.
It hurts.
It fucking hurts.
Of course, he's been hit by a bat. He lives in Boston with.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have hurt if he hit him with it. I'm just saying he was holding it to his neck like it was a shotgun.
Well, come on, Backlash.
Yeah, it would have hurt the throat, man. Have you been punched in the throat?
The purpose was served. You could see how intimidated Triple H was by how many times he told him to point the bat at the sign again.
Yeah, that's the point of this. Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania. Probably at least 5 or 6 years past us giving a shit.
I know. You know what though? I still do give a shit. You know, as past its prime as I know it is, as way late to the game as I know it is.
Teefus, I'm
There's
gonna.
still a part of me. There's still a part of me that's just like I'm gonna love this match.
Well,
It might be as bad as Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon, but I'm still gonna enjoy it.
Well, I'm going to encourage you to look up Bound for Glory 2013 Sting versus Magnus.
No.
And
I'm
remember
everything
that I
TNA
watched that match live.
TNA
Dude, you can
does
see
not
me on
exist.
camera just not
None of
giving a
that
shit about
counts.
that Scorpion Death Block.
You got to remember, with TNA, it's a matter of the performers not giving a crap either. But in WWE, they might actually give a crap.
Give a crap nothing. That was fucking arthritis in his knee to like make that submission look unbelievable. He didn't bend at all.
Well, Triple H isn't exactly known for his submission moves, now is he?
You honestly forget the sleeper hold.
That's Randy Orton. And that's usually
Triple
with
H
a
used that to
microphone.
beat Jeff Hardy.
No, that's what microphone puts us in. Damn it, Magpie!
Okay, now
Got a perfectly good segue out of that goddamn segment, and fucking fuck it up with goddamn Jeff Hardy. I hate TNA.
This is what this boys boils down to. TNA fucked this up for us.
Fuck you, TNA. You ruined Sting versus Triple H 2015.
We killed the boyish enthusiasm Teefus had for the match in like 4 seconds.
Fuck
Anyways.
you guys. I'm gonna go watch porn.
now we have the Divas title match. Nikki versus Paige, and I don't
You
remember
said that like
anything
Paige
about
is
this.
a bad thing.
Well, I don't remember anything about this match though.
Nikki versus Paige.
No. God damn it, Teefus.
The only thing I remember about this match was that it reasserted how well of a hoss Nikki Bella is, how much better she is in that role, like with how much she slammed Paige into the corner, into the barrier, like the power moves that she did, stuff like that.
You can
But
definitely see the influence of Cena on her and Bryan on Brie.
I just kept picturing Nikki being like, for somebody whose tits weighs more than their entire body, I can't imagine her being a hoss. I mean, she does do the power moves, but it's
That's
like, I
Serena Deeb that you're thinking of.
she's a relative hoss. She's a hoss relative to her crew.
like if you say
Pound for
Caitlin's
pound,
a hoss,
she is
then
a
I'd be like,
hoss.
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I see it.
I mean, she's still not Caitlyn Haas, but she's Haas.
Nor is she
Yeah, but
awesome
you see what I'm
song
saying?
hoss.
It's like I can't imagine like a goddamn how much you weigh, like 105-pound woman just like being a Haas.
Again, Caitlyn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
I hope she's enjoying her
doesn't
life
believe
doing
it.
selfies and just like being happy and knowing she's that beautiful. Good for
And
her.
selling way overpriced exercising clothes.
So the moral of the story is
God,
Nikki
$75 for a fucking shirt, Caitlyn. Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, you want to be aerodynamic when you bike or not?
On a machine?
Hey, you got to have speed.
I fucking hate you, Magpie.
Whatever. Anyways, Nikki wins by grabbing the tights.
really
That's
She
the
didn't
match.
even grab the tie. I remember that.
And-
She
and
was-
She
they-
tried
you
to grab
know,
the tights, but it's like she forgot she was supposed to.
yeah. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Paige, God bless her, was just like signing.
She
to
didn't even
referee
grab
like
the
she's
tights in a
supposed
good
to.
spot. She grabbed them around the side.
Yeah, but she didn't even like grab the belt loops or the tight visibly. Like Paige, God bless her, she was actually going to the referee like, "You grabbed my tights. You grabbed my tights. What the fuck?" But if you watch the replay, I wouldn't know. It looked like a clean pin.
With turnbuckle
Speaking
cam.
of the replay,
Yeah,
speaking
turnbuckle
of the
cam.
replay-
That's a thing now.
yeah, that's new. That's great. I guess John Cena fired his boom cam. He went to fucking burrow in the fucking turnbuckle. There's an owl joke in here, but War Machine's not around.
nor will he ever be. because he
No.
hates us
Yeah.
Yep.
in a loving way.
I keep sending him pictures of stuff that resembles owls every time I find it.
Your penis is not an
Yep.
owl. Knock it off.
Wow. That joke went south quick. I was actually being sincere. I'm out shopping at Meijer, and hey, look, there's an owl clock. I'm going to take a picture of it with my phone and send it to War Machine. Oh, look, there's an owl on the cereal box at this restaurant. I'm going to take a picture of that and send it to War Machine. Everywhere I go, anytime I find anything with owls, I send it to him. So if you guys still follow War Machine on Twitter, feel free to send him owl shit.
Oh.
Facebook, too.
God,
Remember,
no wonder he
hashtag
doesn't.
join DarkMatch.
God, no wonder he doesn't talk with us anymore.
Teefus, I get the sneaking suspicion that you're trying to create a superhero origin story, or perhaps a villainous origin story.
I'm just trying to.
We saw too many
have
damn
more
owls.
I'm not, okay. Truth be told, I'll come clean with you guys. I referenced it earlier. I got a day job. I don't have time to harass War Machine like I used to, so I'm trying to outsource to you guys. So remember, hashtag anything with owls, send it to War Machine. Hashtag join DarkMatch.
If this was ever a time for us to miraculously get a fan base, now is the time.
Oh, I hope so. Anyways, this next match, it was one I was trying to get excited for, but I couldn't, especially considering the match turned out to not be good.
Oh, Hulk Hogan versus Iron Sheik?
No, that would have
match is
been
great.
that would have been amazing.
Iron Sheik has a huge boner in that match. It's great.
That would
Oh,
have been
he has that-
amazing.
When you have that new blonde walking around, which great for Sheiky, baby. I mean, yeah, I'd have a boner too during that match.
So by blonde, you mean Hulk Hogan?
No, well, yeah, but the other blonde.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm of course talking about the Intercontinental title match between Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett. One of the reasons I was trying to get excited for this was because something we didn't talk about on the pre-show. We had Renee Young interview Dean Ambrose, and he really put the title over. Like he made it.
Yeah.
Magpie, you would have been proud if you saw that promo.
Damn it! Why do I have to ignore the pre-show and cool things happen like in the rare moments?
What are you talking about? The pre-show is always the best part of the show.
The only problem I have with the interview is every time I see that hat, it just makes me think of DeviantArt.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match, it was not very good, and because of fucking overbooked finishes.
Now, wasn't the finish like he beat him unconscious?
No. The finish was Barrett wants to leave. So he gets out of the ring, takes the belt, and starts to walk away. And Dean Ambrose says no, drags him back into the ring, and starts beating him up again. Barrett tries to leave again. Ambrose does the same thing. Ref tries to separate them because I guess he was going to let Barrett leave, but Ambrose keeps saying no. So DQ.
The Vinny
No
special.
5 count, no 10 count, no counts at all.
Yeah, just you didn't let the champion walk out of his own match, so you get disqualified.
And actually, let me give a quick credit. Like, I agree with your overbooking thing, but I do like what Dean did next and just said, fuck it. Beats the crap out of Bad News Barrett and just takes his title. It's like, I fucking won that. He tried to run. I kicked the crap out of him. I'm the champion.
Well, see, the problem with that finish is that not that it's overbooking, but that it's woeful underbooking. Like the booking of this match apparently forgot that like a countout is technically a disqualification. So, yeah, the ref's just gonna let him do that.
Yeah, pretty much any SEC versus Big Ten game ever with the refs definitely being paid off by the SEC. And I just forgot as I was making that reference that none of the three of you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Nope.
Damn it, Chris! You're supposed to have the third nope.
I'll say that I know what he's talking about, but I won't elaborate. Fuck, I mean elaborate. Verb, not adjective.
We're getting buried by our own jokes. This is great. Speaking of which, thinking back to that Iron Sheik boner, I think I know where that hole in the turnbuckle for the camera came from.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
All right, so are we done talking about this match? Because I've got nothing else to say.
I'm done talking about Iron Sheik's penis.
Good enough. Because next,
Sheik versus Hogan.
Katie Vick versus Hogan.
No, it's Waylon Mercy versus Mean Mark Callis.
With
Oh,
Katie
I
Vick on
forgot
hold.
that. Oh my god, I forgot that. I completely forgot that was a segment. Oh god, Chris, get into it. I forgot that happened.
And the calamity will begin. But anyway, the lights go dim, like you hear the druids chanting the Halo theme. You hear the bells. They bring the torches out. The casket is lined out. I predicted this from a mile away. Doesn't necessarily make it bad. Casket opens.
Yeah, who didn't predict that this was happening?
oh, that was glorious though. Bray Wyatt troll face.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think what's his name? Matthews got new segment opener, right there.
I agree.
Nothing.
Fuck
you guys! Come on. Fuck, you're gonna know
Please
something.
no
I'm
sell
just
the
gonna take my
joke.
ball and go home. I'm gonna pull CM Punk and just leave.
You would betray your sensibilities.
CM Punk. We don't have health care.
I don't need you. You need me. I'm leaving. Oh wait, you guys are still making money and I'm not. Damn it.
And I don't think
I bet you can't figure out which side of that argument I fall on.
I don't know. Is UFC gonna hire you too?
Send your hate mail to War Machine, 123 Oregon Street.
So yeah, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo saying that he was Jason Voorhees before, then he became Galactus, then he became Waylon Mercy, and now he is Shang Tsung because Undertaker's soul is his.
None of those characters have anything in common. Shut up. You're
Isn't he the
stupid.
Spectre? Isn't he
I
the
don't give a
Spectre
shit.
because he has
They're
to
all
save the
Bray Wyatt.
Undertaker's soul from limbo? No one knows. Fuck.
So, yeah. I don't know. Like, I loved this promo, but I don't know how I feel about this match they're booking because the streak isn't a thing anymore.
Well, you could still have this match. It's just the problem of having this match is what idols have Bray Wyatt has killed? The Eater of Worlds, okay, he hit the wall of Cena, then suddenly, oh, well, there goes that. And, okay, he didn't even kill the idol right away of Chris Jericho. And then does nothing but beat up R-Truth for a couple months. And looks okay in the Royal Rumble. Only to get dropped on his literally carried out of the match. And then now he's supposed to be the Eater of Worlds that's going to defeat The Undertaker or at least, like, free his soul. No! I didn't see him kill any idols or really make it believable, and it could have worked. It really could have worked. At least from a booking standpoint of getting excited. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm all flustered now.
there are people who have done less to Undertaker at WrestleMania than beat him and have still gotten Undertaker's wrath. But instead of going after Brock Lesnar again for a rematch or anything there like remotely like that, they're going to have Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker after it doesn't mean anything to beat Undertaker at WrestleMania anymore. I feel like if you weren't going to have Bray Wyatt be the one to break the streak, you at least should have had that match happen before the streak was broken.
Yeah.
Because
By Giant Gonzalez, look at him. Wow, the brute. He's so hairy at 8 feet tall. What a maneuver.
how much does he weigh?
I don't know.
Go look it up.
Well,
Don't make any jokes until you do.
Do we trust Bray Wyatt to have, like, a great Undertaker match? Like, if this was Luke Harper, I'd be like, okay, this is going to be fine. But Bray?
I don't know. It could happen.
I think
maybe.
Bray could do it. I think Bray could have a good Undertaker match. I think Goldust could have had a good Undertaker match.
Oh, of course.
I think Goldust could still have a good Undertaker match. But my whole point is the streak is broken. What does this do? What does this do for anybody? Now, you're no longer challenging anything phenomenal. You're just beating up on a 50-something-year-old man.
Yeah, there was always this kind of like air that like if the streak was ever broken, that would be the end of the Undertaker. But no, here he is. 1 year later, he's fine.
He's not even here yet, though. He hasn't appeared yet.
Are we gonna play? Are we gonna place bets on when he's gonna come
that could,
on Raw?
That could be a twist. They could be building up to nothing.
The Great Nothing.
No, that actually might be kind of a good angle. Like, Bray Wyatt lays this challenge down, and The Undertaker does not answer because he's been beaten. He is done. He's no longer there.
So what? Bray Wyatt shows up at Raw and is like calling out the Undertaker, and the Undertaker doesn't come out. What comes out then? Because you can't have Bray Wyatt not have a match at WrestleMania then.
Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Where are you, Undertaker? Meanwhile, in Texas, fuck you, Donkey Kong.
I'm not saying that that's the route WWE's going on. I'm probably wrong, but
You know what?
if that is the route they're going down, they haven't thought that far ahead.
You know what would be really cool? Use it to debut someone new from NXT at WrestleMania.
Oh, you and your good ideas.
I mean, let's go down the short list here. Finn Balor would be a great, creepy kind of big event opponent with the face paint and all that stuff.
Yep.
Body paint. Kevin Owens is not going to happen. Sami Zayn's not going to happen. None of the other. I guess the only other guys that could do it are what's his name? Corbin. Corbin.
No, not at all. He
I mean, they could book him just to be
Dempsey?
like, it's Corbin, but that guy's gonna lay an egg.
Not unless you want the second coming of Brodus Clay.
Old Dempsey would be great, man. What are you talking about? He's got that music, pull, pull, pull.
Actually, I do want him to go to the main roster just so people can go, bullshit, bullshit, it's coming.
You
It's
know
fucking
what would
coming.
happen every time they go to Philly.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
My idea about that is that they did that on purpose so those chants will happen, because you have to be fucking stupid or completely naive to not think that crowds are going to react that way, especially considering how green he is.
Yeah. But, I guess that leaves just two other guys that you have to bring up together. You can't have one without the other, as far as I'm concerned. S-A-W... How do you spell that word again?
Wow, we're really excited for to get on the lane to WrestleMania.
I'm just saying, fucking, how fucking hilarious would that be for a fucking smark? Have Bray Wyatt calling out the Undertaker for a couple of months and heavily alluding that's Undertaker, and then revealing, yes, it's definitely Undertaker. Then a month of build of, yes, Undertaker, I'm calling you out, and there's no answer, but everyone's all wrapped up in the hype and everything. Come WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt comes out. It's like, where's the Undertaker? I'm here to fight the Undertaker. Here comes the Undertaker, and no Undertaker. It's just Enzo and Big Cass come out and do their "How you doing?" opening shtick, and there's just this fucking match out of nowhere with Enzo and Cass versus Bray Wyatt.
And then WrestleMania
they
changes it to NXT presents NXT-Tizzlemania.
I'd be okay with that.
I know it's not going to happen. I'm just saying that would be fucking hilarious because just troll level over 9,000 for Triple H at that point. And it wouldn't even be a bad match because Enzo is pretty damn good. I think Big Cass could have a decent match with Bray Wyatt.
The irony of us talking up NXT instead of the show is that I really liked FastLane, actually. I thought it was way better than it deserved to be.
I'm not trying to take away from FastLane at all. Every match was technically sound except for the one. The opener. Even the Divas match was pretty damn sound.
U.S. title match.
U.S. title match? That was a great match.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose.
No, that's the Intercontinental title match.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're so important. I just can't help but get the two right every single time. But it's.
See, you're killing Magpie. You're confusing the worker belts.
I lost it. I'm sorry.
Speaking of U.S. title match, that's what we have next. John Cena
You ever thought you'd
versus
imagine
Rusev.
Hulk Hogan? Okay, I'm gonna drop the Hulk Hogan versus Sheik bit.
Yeah.
Yep, Rusev versus John
doing?
Cena.
I'm sorry, but this match was terrible.
How you do?
And I'm not saying that because it's an anti-Cena statement. I'm just saying these two did not work well together.
How you
I
do it?
disagree. I mean, maybe it was mainly Rusev. Like, they got to showcase him as well as they could, and honestly, like, I like it every time they do because he's pretty much he's a total package as far as being like a pretty big, strong guy, but with enough agility. Like his
How you
offense is
do?
explosive. I'm doing great, thank you.
His athleticism
No,
really well.
I'm not saying it because it was more focused on Rusev. I like Rusev. He's great, but
You're just saying they didn't have chemistry.
yeah, it was
I could
slow
see that.
plotting. A lot of moves were pulled off kind of awkwardly.
I
I could see that, but I will say this: at least they were smart enough to have Rusev win this one.
Yeah, but not clean.
Yeah,
But
he did.
considering-
It was technically clean. It was
No,
technically
it wasn't.
clean. Technically speaking.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, he
kicked him in
did get
the
the low
dick.
blow behind the ref's back, but
but then
And
he
you know
kicked
what? That would be okay, except we've established that he doesn't need to pull distractions like that to win these matches.
He still hurt him and pinned him.
see, that's what gives it intrigue for a rematch. Because you just had this guy beat John Cena as the big dark horse Haas heel mid card guy beat John Cena, which usually John Cena wins those matches clean and kills that mid card heel's momentum dead. But that didn't happen this time. And also, that mid card heel Haas dude doesn't need to cheat to win, but this time he did cheat to win, whether or not he actually needed to or not. So now you have your fodder for the next match at a bigger stage, where John Cena has proven that he is not afraid to put the up-and-coming guy over. He put The Miz over WrestleMania. I think Rusev has good chances. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
first
Oh,
off,
God.
he did
Oh,
not
I just
put
thought
The
of
Miz
something.
over at WrestleMania. He put The Rock over at WrestleMania.
No. WWE put The Rock over at WrestleMania at John Cena and Miz's expense, mostly at the Miz's expense. But John Cena still put The Miz over.
Yeah, Miz, nothing valuable was lost. But, I mean, it's like, look at what
Hey,
happened with
fuck
Bray
you.
Wyatt.
Fuck you.
Oh, come on. Look at,
Parts.
like, how many episodes have I really praised The Miz?
Fuck you with a nail file.
What? Just don't talk about our sex lives right now to distract me. Talk about the goddamn show.
Ow.
Indy.
No, Miz is great. Don't talk shit about The Miz.
Miz is very good.
Ohio, la 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 la. Ohio, I can't hear anything you're saying. La 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 la.
You know who's better than the Miz? Taz
No one.
and the Brooklyn Brawler and Zack Ryder. You
See, it was a
saw-
joke until you threw Zack Ryder in there. Now it's serious.
If we're gonna play this
That
game,
hurts.
you know who? If we're gonna play this game, you know who's better than The Miz? John Cena.
Oh, I agree with that 1,000,000%, even if without being a smartass.
You and I are no longer friends.
This show,
Fuck you! I said
You
it.
and
I'm
I-
taking it back.
You and I are not on speaking terms.
this dark match. Ooh.
Chris, can you tell Teefus that I don't care?
I'm not talking to you, Magpie. I'm talking to Backlash, who I'm not talking to.
Backlash, can you tell Teefus that I'm sorry?
It doesn't work that way.
You acknowledged him. I don't condone these rules. If you acknowledge him. But here's the problem I have with this match. You're saying we're building up to a rematch. I don't want to see a rematch. This match was not good. I don't think they can do better, really.
Yeah, I was
I'm
watching.
I'll give them the
That's
chance
our
to.
show.
I'll give them the chance to try, but my optimism is not that high.
Backlash.
Well,
I'm
now
saying
that
this
they know that Sami Zayn's not debuting after WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania, and probably it should beat Rusev's streak because he's that good and wonderful of a performer. I have nothing bad to say about this match, but it did nothing for me. I mean, it's like it could have probably picked other people to work with. Like, shouldn't Reigns be beating this dude?
I agree. That's how his build-up should have gone instead of him just being skyrocketed into the title picture. But that's another story, and it's kind of too late to discuss that. Although you talking about Sami Zayn is kind of giving me the idea that if no one from America can beat him, then you have a guy who's basically his gimmick is that he's multicultural. So it takes the whole world to take down Rusev.
Imagine him speaking back to him in Russian.
World War against Russia? Sounds fun to me. Backlash, my point is not that it was a good match or that's going to lead to a good match or anything like that. My point is this show, the purpose of it was to bridge the gap between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Nothing of consequence happened on this show.
But it's an overblown Raw then. Granted, we got the pay-per-view free,
It
so
was
I
an
guess.
overblown Raw. It was a good show filled with decent to good solid matches that were entertaining. They were fun. Fun segments between matches. Even when a match wasn't that great, the segments around it, leading into it, coming out of it, were good. If the segments going in or coming out weren't that great, at least the match was good. And nothing of consequence happened, but it established things. It helped get people cemented into their seats for WrestleMania that they're going to be in at that show. That's what the point of the show was, and I think this match still did a decent job of that, as bad as and as lacking chemistry as you felt it was.
Exactly. I was adequately sports entertained.
And shut up, Chris.
No.
And I'm not disagreeing with anything you said about it. I kind of feel the same way too. They kind of didn't really have that chemistry working into this match, but at the same time, I feel like the Rusev character and the Lana character were big enough to compensate for the lack of chemistry they had with John Cena. And John Cena really just, I like the guy. Personal level, like not a oh my god, that character is great or anything like that, but like John Cena the person is a good guy. He's a good worker. He puts on a good show, but that character, I mean,
yeah, I'd buy John Cena if had blue ribbon.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we're on the same page on this match and where it stands. And I'm not saying that you are wrong to not be optimistic about the next match that's going to come from this, if that is indeed where they go. I mean, I could be wrong. But I don't think John Cena is going to walk away from this. But if you want to put over a mid-card heel, have them knock the face of the company out and beat him for a title, even if it is a mid-card title. Have him win by KO. That's a good way to win.
I just think it would have worked better if he went over clean.
I agree. But whether or not I think he does need to go over clean for that to cement his rise, his not at all meteoric rise, but his slow burning rise, which I do prefer. Again, I agree with you guys on that one. I just, I'm not as upset by the fact that he didn't win clean this time, because I see the potential for the next match. So I'm thinking that's probably where they're going to have a clean finish.
Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is the next pay-per-view. And yeah, that's how I feel.
But going back to what I said during the Royal Rumble about the cell switch, after the match and Rusev has left, Cena gets up, flicks the cell switch, and he's fine. After a low blow and being stuck in the accolade till he passed out.
Yeah, no one has
fine.
ever defended Cena's ability to just not sell a shit after.
No, it just goes back to what I was saying about the cell switch.
Come on.
Yeah, no,
I
agree. I agree.
He looked really dejected. Really dejected. Kind of dejected. A little dejected. Okay, it was a straight face.
He was completely upset by the fact that his jimmies were rustled.
I'm just waiting for Cena to just open up on Lana and just start doing those corny Lana's a whore jokes. Or do those already happen? I forget.
Can we not have any more unwarranted slaming from John Cena?
Because be a star. Don't bully.
It's not even that. It's just.
Don't bully people.
It's just.
If a woman is mean to you, call her a whore.
It's not even that. It's just
right there.
Every single one, every single time he has any animosity towards anything that lacks a penis, she's a whore, because heaven forbid you tell her the insult to her personality or her sensibilities. Like, you could start insulting Russia to her face, and that'd be fine. Or if take it back a few years, Eve Torres, instead of calling her a whore, or a Hosky or whatever the fuck it was, how about you insult her crappy dancing that she did with R-Truth every time she came out to the ring with him?
Yeah, or insult her drop.
I would have gotten behind that.
I'm John Cena. I do a better drop kick than you, Eve. Or just call her a two-timer, and don't fucking put gender into it. Just say she's a shitty person.
Whoa, hold up. Whore and two-timer
Yeah, the only
it's the same thing.
Yeah, but horror also has
No,
sexual
necessarily.
charges.
Well, promiscuity.
I mean, a two-timer can be fairly neutral, double cross or whatever.
You manipulative snake in the grass. I don't know. But, I mean, the only person that can really get away with calling people a whore time and time again is not John Cena. Absolutely not John Cena, but Chris Jericho. And that's just because he turns it into a chant. And Hosky is not a chant. Stop doing it. Don't do it, Magpie.
I'm not going to chant Hosky.
And
Although I was there with
you were thinking it. Don't even deny it.
I was there with you, Tunk Cena, and you know what? That's a pretty hoary thing to do to Zack Ryder.
Wait, you know what? We're getting off track here, but this is worth saying. When did she lead Zack Ryder to believe, did she actively say anything to Zack Ryder about, yes, this is a romantic relationship you and I are fostering here? When did she do that? Because I don't remember seeing that. I see the two of them getting friendly and him reading more into it than there was. He catches her kissing John Cena in a very stressful situation where John Cena just saved her ass. So quite frankly, if she's not tied down anymore, and John Cena's right there.
Dude, she did the Bond villain promo where she talked about, Zack Ryder, please. That guy's a loser, da-da-da. I never loved him. She did the whole evil...
After the fact!
Guy.
After the fact! Leading
it's
into
still
it.
Confirmation.
That happened. After the fact.
You're Zyloning.
It doesn't work that way. See, Kelly agrees with me. Did you hear that? She just agreed with me.
This is a long-ass show.
You're a long-ass show. What's the next match?
All right, moving on to the next match.
Good. It's the main...
I feel bad saying that the tag match from earlier was match of the night because I totally forgot that this match kicked ass.
Yes.
Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan for #1 contendership at WrestleMania.
Thank you, Daniel Bryan. You have helped reaffirm the potential of Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns, you did a phenomenal job reaffirming your own potential.
Shit, he was wrestling like his career was on the line.
Oh yeah, the guy left everything in the ring. Sold exceptionally well as far as underestimating Bryan in the early junctures of the match, getting kicked in the leg and really wincing. Sold his submissions exceptionally well. It timed everything perfectly. What else can you say?
I
what
think
else?
it did everything they wanted this match to do. They set this match up as a means to get people to be like, okay, here's your chance for Daniel Bryan to be in the main event at WrestleMania, but we're not really going to do that. We're just trying to give Roman Reigns the rub from Daniel Bryan. And so you guys will shut up about Daniel Bryan and not chant his name during the main event at WrestleMania, like we know you fuckers are going to do. And I think it achieved that. I think it got people back into the idea of not taking their frustrations out on Roman Reigns, which is where they needed it to be. That's where they needed people's support for Roman Reigns. So
that man's legs and eggs, though. He's doomed.
Yeah, that's the problem because he's going up against Brock Lesnar.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's not an enviable position.
Hopefully Brock doesn't give him a concussion.
I don't know, with how sloppy he's been in his matches, you never know. But
the problem with Brock is, and this is a big part of Brock not being around, like you said earlier, is he's not available to work with at house shows or just before the shows. Get in the ring, roll around with him, just kind of feel him out.
Yeah,
so there's not a good opportunity to build. There's no opportunity for them to get together and build their chemistry together before the biggest match of the fucking year.
Yeah,
on paper.
And
I mean,
no, Chris, go ahead because I got a big tangent to go off on.
You make your point. Like mine was a Mega Fighter joke.
Okay. Anyways, the problem with Brock is
Can we stop picking on Mega Fighter, please?
No, never.
Right.
Fuck him. He can die in a fire. Anyways.
Wow, are you putting that in the show?
Yeah, I am.
Mega.
Wow.
Mega.
The shit.
Mega Fighter, I don't endorse the picking on you. I don't endorse picking on anybody.
Seriously, the
didn't
shit he
endorse
gave me when he left the show. Fuck him.
Okay,
Fuck him.
that's your call.
Okay, back to Brock
I
Lesnar.
don't condone it.
Fuck him.
The problem
Fuck you, War Machine.
No, War Machine I don't have a problem with. The problem with Brock Lesnar,
I know, I'm just
when people say they like watching Brock Lesnar matches because he looks like a big scary dude who just throws people around and beats the crap out of them, I get why people find that entertaining, but I don't see that when I watch a Brock Lesnar match.
The problem is when that's really all he does.
I watch a guy who just doesn't want to be there. That's what I see when I see a Brock Lesnar match. He's not interested in putting on a good show. He just wants to make it look like he's hurting someone so that he can get the match over with. That's all I see. I can't see past what is in his mind, pretty much.
Ain't that like the psychology of his character, though, being a mercenary, where he's like, I'm not going to do flashy shit like Seth Rollins with the Phoenix Splash that still makes me cry to this day.
No, I get
he's
this.
like, I just want to kill people and get this over with and get my paycheck.
No, I totally get it. Like, he's a monster. He kills these guys in the ring, but I just can't see past his actual mentality of I don't want to be in WWE. And
Fair enough.
the rumor surrounding Roman Reigns is that WWE wants him to surpass CM Punk's record for longest title reign, because CM Punk is currently, of present-day wrestlers, has the longest title reign. He beat John Cena, and I think he also... Did he beat Bret Hart's record, too?
Oh, yeah. He beat
so.
modern... He's the WWE term. He's like the longest reigning champion of the modern era.
No. There's like probably 3 or 4 guys ahead of him.
It's Hogan, San Martino, and...
I'll have to look this up, but he has like either the 4th or 5th longest title reign. You're never going to beat Bruno San Martino. Nobody in history. That's just never going to happen. But
if anyone did, that would be like WWE's going out of business, and they just don't have anybody they used to put the title on.
Yeah, but there's a rumor to this rumor now, because they're kind of starting to reevaluate Roman after what happened at the Rumble, and B, they need to keep Brock happy. So now the new rumor is that Brock will retain at WrestleMania, and he will surpass CM Punk.
If they are willing to pay him and then they have more matches at Volume with Brock Lesnar in it, I'm cool with that, but fucking use him if you're going to have him around.
Because he really wants to go to Bellator, and now what's apparently the word on the street is that he's really close to signing a deal with him. WWE gave him the streak that kept him around for a year. Now they got to give him something else.
Well, I don't know too much about that jazz. I'm not into the rumor, but I could very much believe it happening just on the basis that Scott Croker, the guy who used to run Strikeforce, he's the CEO of Bellator now. So with him being the CEO of Bellator, Brock Lesnar has a direct ear in that guy, a direct voice in that guy's ear, because Paul Heyman and Scott Croker are really good friends. So that deal can very much pan out. And with the Viacom money, you can afford Brock Lesnar.
You know what? I'll say this about this. If they go that route, 2 problems with it. Number 1, they're going to just kill Roman Reigns as a potential main eventer if they don't have him win at WrestleMania, with all the bullshit controversy that's been going on about getting him into the main event at WrestleMania. And 2, because, I mean, going back to 1, if you don't deliver on that shit after all the bullshit that's happened with the Royal Rumble and everything, and Daniel Bryan and CM Punk and all that bullshit, if you don't deliver on Roman Reigns winning at the Royal Rumble, you are going to have pissed off so much of your fan base. You know? I mean, I could see sending Daniel Bryan and having him lose to Brock Lesnar, and that'd be a different kind of pissing off your fan base that actually works for you, kind of. But not Roman Reigns, not a guy you're trying to establish. The other thing, number 2, if they have Brock Lesnar as the longest reigning modern champion, it will forever in my mind be with an asterisk by it, because again, he did not fucking defend that goddamn belt every 30 fucking days like a goddamn champion should. I'm fucking kind of serious about that. I know it's fake and everything, but that's like in the world of plot holes, that's like so goddamn gaping of a hole. I don't know how you could miss it. I don't know how you can go this long without.
Don't look directly into it. It'll look right back at you, man.
It already has. But now it buries. I mean, to an extent, having a champion that's not kind of aloof and not always there helps the prestige of your title, and in turn helps your other superstars. After a while, though, it just buries everyone because you're no longer competing for the title. You're competing for the chance to stand next to the guy with the title.
And
that's all.
Also, on a booking standpoint, if there's not a direct line to the world title, meaning people are going after it, or that's the subject of the story, what that leaves you open for as a booker is that you can have you have to make a lot of personal reasons for these guys to be fighting against each other and make the worker titles more better. But if you're not doing that, and it's really just a sea of we know those people, but nothing really spectacular happens, then that also shoots you in the foot, along with everything else you just said.
Yeah. So.
And I've just looked it up. Longest WWE title reigns. Bruno Sammartino first, Bob Backlund second, Hulk Hogan third, Pedro Morales fourth, then CM Punk.
So he's the longest of the modern.
Yeah. That's the issue they have.
Except in Hulk Hogan's mind because he still thinks he's modern.
Yeah.
And see, if they acknowledge that by having Brock Lesnar do that so close, it really is a disservice to themselves. If you really want to put CM Punk behind you, don't try to go out of your way to write him out of history books. Just ignore it. Let it stand for a while. Let the history mean something as history.
Yeah, and then just focus on your now. There's Roman Reigns. There's Ziggler. There's Bray Wyatt. There's Cesaro. There's a whole bunch of people you should care about that are here now. We don't care about Punk. Look at these people.
The more you try to force your utopian vision of the WWE universe, the worse you're going to make it. You just gotta kind of let it play out sometimes, you know?
Hey, Chris, I might be getting this wrong, but did the way Teefus just described that sound like Brave New World?
I'm not familiar with Brave New World, so I don't got a dog in that fight.
The one time I need you for a goddamn literary reference, and you just no, sell me.
Talk about Brewster. Talk about some Russian writer or something. Not Tolstoy.
I read Brave New World.
Yeah.
I read books. I know who
I read
the fuck
Barking
Aldous
Ghost
Huxley
once.
is.
I've heard of things.
I may have gotten bitched out of a comic book store once, but shit, I still read.
Oh, who hasn't been bitched out of the comic book store?
I bought my niece Chicka Boom Boom for Christmas.
I forget. I think we're supposed to be talking about something.
No,
we're done.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, we are supposed to be talking about something. I just forgot what it was.
No, we're done. Okay, go ahead.
Daniel Bryan looked great. Roman made him. He made Roman look good.
That was a phenomenal match.
Yeah. And they actually really built it good for Roman in terms of sequencing, because it wasn't like Roman hit the spear 3 times and it still didn't put Daniel Bryan over. It's like him and Daniel Bryan had to do okay, we did this stages of moves and it didn't put you over. Now we do this next stages of move and we didn't put it over. And Roman just saved that last spear for the moment he won the match.
Yeah.
Nothing?
I mean, I actually do. That's the one issue I have with this match is that I don't feel like the spear is Roman Reigns' true finishing move. I know you guys tried to tell me that that's just his setup and the knockout punch is his setup and the spear is his finishing move. That's a finishing move the way the fucking leg drop is a finishing move in the modern day. Even Edge stopped using it as a finishing move pretty quickly.
Well, Edge wasn't even a spear. Edge was, I run towards you and then hug you, and you fall down.
Yeah. But
At least
you know
Roman,
what I'm
when
saying.
Roman does it, it's a fucking oomph.
Yeah, but it's still a spear.
Yeah,
Oh my god, let me lunge at you real quick. That's not a finishing move to me.
I don't know. You want to take that spear?
I
no.
don't take anything from Roman Reigns. Except for maybe his lunch money. What's he gonna do? Bring a spear to a knife fight? 'Cause I got knives. You don't want this. Oh, cut a bitch. But no, as good as it is, I mean, I don't know. That's not really a complaint about this match so much as it is about the way they book finishing moves these days. I think.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah. To each his own. Well, anyone else got anything?
Nope.
I don't.
I have nothing. It's a
All right, well, folks, this has been DarkMatch reviewing WWE FastLane leading into WrestleMania 31. And most of the matches were good. Most of the segments were good. And so it goes. We'll see you at the next pay-per-view. And
Which will be
does anyone
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
is that going to be a mega show where we argue over each other?
What was that one
Well,
show
it's-
where we had
No,
everyone
you know
in
what?
it?
It can't be a mega show without Mega Fighter.
No! Damn it!
Ready for the awkward reunion show.
I just know that's gonna come back to bite me in the ass somehow.
It'll.
I'm gonna get so many comments like, "I liked Mega Fighter."
We can...
Would those people be Mega Fighter? I love Mega Fighter though. He's cool. He doesn't get enough credit.
No, he
Yeah,
got on
Mega
my
Fighter's my home.
No, he got on my shit list.
Everyone's been on your shit list.
Hey, me and Backlash are cool.
Shut up.
No, we're not.
Don't ruin this.
You stole my seats at Bound for Glory.
For the last time, that was TNA's promotion staff's fault, not mine.
Yeah, I gotta
have my
come
seat
to.
for WrestleMania.
I gotta back Magpie on that issue. That's long been known that TNA does not honor their tickets.
I tried to get the family pack, but no.
Oh, speaking of tickets, what is it? Money in the Bank is coming to Columbus this July, and I already got my tickets to that, or
Are
June,
they-
or whenever.
Are they still doing Money in the Bank?
Yeah,
If
it's
you buy
good.
me a plane ticket, I'll go.
I already bought the tickets, man. Buy your own damn ticket.
No, I said a plane ticket.
I
I'll
know.
buy the normal. You just buy me a plane ticket
I'm not buying you any tickets.
and cook for me.
I'll cook for you, but I won't buy you tickets. That's where I draw the line.
Can I
That's just
Can I come to Columbus too?
Okay, then fucking cook me a meal and mail it to me. You
pay
jerk.
your own way, and you pay for postage. Because postage is like tickets for mail.
Is this going to be the next reunion thing we do where we actually converge on one pay-per-view all together?
I think we should. You guys want to come out for Money in the Bank?
Dude, I totally
Now
will.
Nolifa wants us to invade Maryland.
Well, if you come to Columbus, you can't stay at my place because the better half won't allow it.
That's
But
fine. Is there a
I'll bring-
Holiday Inn nearby?
There's a Comfort Inn.
Good enough.
Can I stay outside
Actually, no.
your place?
We can get hotels down by the arena.
Can I stay outside your place, namely outside your bedroom window?
Chris, can I spoon with you because I'll have no other place and I want to feel safe?
As long as we're both staring into their window.
Okay.
You know what? I'm laughing because I'm going to say yes to that just because I'm on the second floor, so you'd really be spooning and staring into the floor, the window of the room that was close. And she is disabled and retired.
No, we'll just get suction cups. We'll just get suction cups. We'll be fine.
You can spoon with suction cups.
I like how the show slowly bombed towards the end.
So are you guys like coming out as furry octopus people then?
me out of this.
I didn't drag you into it. They're dragging me into it with their tentacle love.
Shut up, Lovecraft.
All right, I think we've. I think we wore out our welcome 5 minutes into this, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Do we still do that? What gets more screen time than whatchamahoots?
Wrong promotion.
Yeah, but we don't review TNA anymore. I want to show Jay Lethal more love than I show HBK.
Okay.
So
what's
screw
our
it. We're doing
new
what gets
ending?
more screen time than Jay Lethal. Turnbuckle camera gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
No, it didn't. It gave more screen time.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Good point.
Personification.
Let's see. The wax on Brian Saxon's head gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
I'm not going to make the joke. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, this is actually kind of a hard game to play with.
I just got that.
I'm not making that joke. You're trying to make me.
Just do it. Just do it.
No,
We're hitting self-destruct. Get that choke.
I'm not doing it. Oh my God. Fuck you for putting that joke in my head. Corey Graves' neck tattoo gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Chris, you gonna go?
Chris, stop reading Rasputin's diaries and get over here.
I think he left.
Can I read a Russian writer?
He just left.
Really?
I think he's gone.
He's still there.
Yeah, he's still on the call, but I think he just walked away.
Chris.
Go make a pot pie.
Someone get a...
Son of a bitch.
Alright, the wall shot in the background of Chris's avatar gets more screen time than Jay Lethal. For DarkMatch, reviewing WWE FastLane, I am Teefus. Y'all want to fucking sign off anytime now?
We're trying to wait for each other.
Stop it.
Just go ahead.
I'm Magpie wondering.
I'm in the danger zone!
Don't give it
Magpie.
confirmed, you whore.
I never got to do it!
You
I get to
don't
do it once.
I get to do it.